Have you ever felt like you're working really, really hard towards something, a goal maybe, but it feels like something invisible is just holding you back? Or, maybe you've tried to change a habit, kick something, only to find yourself kind of sabotaged by this like internal force you can't quite pin down. Well, welcome to Manifestation Matters. Today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that something internal, your very own subconscious mind. It's quietly shaping, get this, something like 95% of your decisions, mostly without you even realizing it. So our mission here really is to unpack the science, the latest understanding behind this subconscious powerhouse, and maybe more importantly, give you some really actionable, powerful techniques to help you align what you consciously want with those deep unconscious beliefs. Dissolve those blocks and start genuinely attracting what you truly desire. Okay, so let's start right there. The subconscious. It isn't just some small part of you, right? It's more like your inner architect.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Tirelessly building your reality, but behind the scenes.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. It's not just the big life choices. It's even those split-second reactions, those gut feelings. And even physiological responses, they're often pre-programmed by this unseen force.
And what's truly fascinating here, scientifically speaking, is the work from people like Dr. Bruce Lipton, the cell biologist. His research into epigenetics, it's groundbreaking. It suggests that our beliefs, not just our genes, are actually the primary drivers of our biology.
Beliefs driving biology, wow.
Yeah. So those core subconscious beliefs, and here's the thing, many are firmly set before we're even 7 years old.
Before 7, that's incredibly early.
It is. And they aren't just fleeting thoughts. They operate like automatic software programs, just running silently in the background. And they influence, well, pretty much everything, your health, relationships, finances, you name it.
Okay, so basically these really deep programs, they can either be amazing allies, pushing us forward.
Or they can limit us.
Right. Or they subtly, persistently limit you. And the key is, you might not even be consciously aware that they're doing it. That insight is huge.
It really is.
And this, I think, is where we can start to see the real potential for change. Because here's a really remarkable neuroscientific idea. Your brain, kind of astonishingly, doesn't really distinguish between you vividly imagining something and you actually physically doing it.
Yes, from a neuroscience standpoint, that's absolutely crucial. Think about it like this. Every thought, every act of imagination, it's like a tiny electrical signal in your brain. When you vividly imagine something, those signals fire in the exact same patterns as if you were really experiencing it.
The exact same patterns.
The exact same. And this process, it strengthens those neural pathways. It's literally building the mental roads your mind prefers to travel down.
Yeah.
We see this in studies with athletes, for instance. Vivid visualization alone, it can lead to significant improvements in their physical performance.
Just by thinking about it.
Just by vividly visualizing it, because the brain has essentially already practiced the action, creating and reinforcing those neural connections.
Okay, so what this neurological reality means for you listening is that you've got this incredibly powerful tool, like right there in your head, a tool to quite literally rewire your brain for new outcomes, new possibilities, totally new ways of being.
Precisely. It opens up enormous potential for intentional change.
All right, so we understand our brain's amazing flexibility, its malleability. What are some of the, let's say, most effective tools to actually start reshaping those deep beliefs? Let's unpack this. Let's get into some powerful, practical exercises you can start using, like today, to influence that inner programming.
Okay, sounds good. Where should we start?
First up, let's talk about a really interesting emotional clearing technique. It's called modern Ho'oponopono. It kind of draws from a couple of fields. Neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP.
Which looks at how language affects our thinking.
Right. And also energy psychology, which works with the body's subtle energy systems. Now, the method itself, beautifully simple. You just mentally repeat 4 short phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And you direct that inwards, towards yourself, or maybe towards past situations, people, lingering feelings, anything causing those unconscious blocks.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, it's really important to understand this isn't just about, reciting words. The technique is really designed to break these unconscious cycles. Cycles of guilt, maybe shame, resentment, things we hold on to without realizing. It effectively clears that emotional static, that baggage that might be holding you back.
Right.
It helps release the emotional charge tied to past events.
Releasing the charge. I like that.
Exactly. And that frees up your energy for what you actually want now.
So for you listening, think about maybe those old patterns or feelings that just seem to keep popping up. Applying this, even for a few minutes, it's simple, but it can be really profound in helping release those burdens.
Yeah.
Okay, now, how do we tackle, like, the specific stories we tell ourselves? Next up is a technique called rewriting your personal history. The process here, it involves writing down a past event, maybe something traumatic or just limiting, something that still has a negative emotional sound arising for you.
Getting it down on paper.
Yeah. And then this is the crucial part. You intentionally rewrite it. Give it an empowered ending, a version where maybe you found strength you didn't know you had, or you learned a key lesson, or you somehow transformed that experience into something positive. And then, crucially, you read that rewritten story aloud.
This really brings up an important question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About how our memories actually work, how they're formed, how they're stored. See, our memories aren't like fixed recordings. They're actually reconstructed, rebuilt every single time we recall them.
So they change every time we remember them.
In subtle ways, yes. And by actively rewriting and then vocalizing that new version, you are literally physically creating new neural connections, new pathways in your brain. You're reframing your perception of the past and, critically, its emotional impact on your present.
So it's not just changing the story.
No, it's about changing the emotional charge tied to that memory. And when you change that, you change how your brain and body respond to similar situations now.
Wow. Okay. So I really invite you, listening right now, think about a specific limiting story you tell yourself. Maybe about your abilities, your worth, a past failure, and just consider how profoundly rewriting it and reading it aloud could shift things for you now and in the future. It sounds incredibly liberating.
It can be, yeah. It's about taking back control of your narrative.
Okay, powerful stuff. Finally, let's look at a technique that kind of cleverly uses your sleep cycle. It's called lucid dreaming for nightly programming.
Ah, yes, leveraging that pre-sleep window.
Exactly. The method is pretty straightforward. Just before you fall asleep, as you're drifting off, you repeat a key affirmation. Something like, "My mind effortlessly attracts opportunities." Or maybe, "I am brimming with confidence." Something meaningful to you. Repeat it multiple times and really try to feel it. Infuse it with genuine emotion.
And the really intriguing part about this technique, scientifically, is that the subconscious is particularly receptive during what's called the theta brainwave state.
Theta state. Okay.
Yeah, it's that state between waking and sleeping. That sort of semi-dreamlike, very suggestible, highly creative state of consciousness right before you drift off or just as you're waking up.
Right, that fuzzy place.
Exactly. And in that theta state, your conscious mind, with all its usual filters, its doubts, its resistances, it tends to quieten down quite significantly. And this allows new information, new affirmations, to sort of bypass those usual defenses and sink more directly into your subconscious programming.
So you're essentially programming your mind during those key moments when it's most open.
That's the idea. You're planting seeds directly into that fertile ground.
Makes sense. So you could try affirmations about, well, anything really. Abundance, confidence, new opportunities, whatever you want to cultivate. But the key, you're saying, is the genuine emotion you put into that repetition.
Emotion is absolutely key. It's the energy that charges the thought and helps it embed more deeply.
Got it. Okay, so what does all this actually look like in practice? I mean, these aren't just abstract ideas, right?
Not at all. They can have very real-world effects.
Yeah, we actually heard a truly inspiring story recently from a listener who put one of these techniques, the rewriting one, into practice. And it's just a perfect example of what's possible.
Oh, that's great. What happened?
Well, she used the rewriting technique specifically to transform this belief she had. She felt like, I am a victim of my boss. That was her story. She rewrote it into a powerful new conviction. I choose to work in an environment that values me. She wrote it, she read it aloud, she really worked with it.
Okay, shifting from victimhood to choice and value, that's a significant shift.
Huge. And what's truly compelling here is the outcome, the tangible result. In just 2 months, she landed a completely new job. Significantly better salary, much better work environment. The whole package.
Wow, in 2 months. That's fantastic. And it highlights that this isn't just, wishful thinking or coincidence. It really points to the direct result of her aligning her subconscious programming, that deep belief system, with her conscious desires. and then, crucially, acting from that new, empowered place.
Exactly. It's such a powerful example showing that these are practical tools. They can yield tangible, honestly, life-altering results in your own life.
Mm-hmm. Real change is possible.
So if we were to sum all this up, maybe think of your subconscious like a fertile garden.
I like that analogy.
Yeah. Today you've learned not just how those seeds of belief get planted way back when, but also how you can consciously cultivate nourishing beliefs now. And how to gently pull out those unhelpful weeds using these powerful techniques. We've talked about the Ho'oponopono, the rewriting, the nightly programming.
That's a great summary. Maybe we can offer a little challenge for people to try.
Oh, perfect. A weekly challenge. What do you have in mind?
Okay, so for your weekly challenge, tonight, just before you go to sleep, choose one key affirmation, something important to you right now. Maybe it's related to abundance or confidence or a specific opportunity you're looking for. Keep it simple, keep it positive, repeat it about 10 times. And as you do, really try to infuse it with genuine emotion. Feel the truth of it as if it's already happened. Then just observe. Notice any subtle, or maybe not so subtle, shifts or changes you experience over the next 7 days. Be curious.
I love that. Simple, actionable, and invites observation. Excellent. And, if you want to dive even deeper into this whole fascinating topic, we can definitely recommend a classic book.
Oh, yes.
The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's really a foundational text, explores these concepts beautifully, a great resource.
Absolutely, a cornerstone in this field.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, maybe just consider this for a moment. What hidden belief, what old story might be secretly holding back your abundance? Or maybe preventing you from achieving your greatest desires? Or even just keeping you from being your most expansive, authentic self? Something to ponder.
A powerful question.
We really hope this deep dive has given you some powerful new tools for your own journey of discovery and transformation. If you found this insightful, if it sparked something for you, please do hit that like button. It really helps others find this conversation. And subscribe to the deep dive for more shortcuts to being well informed. We'd love to have you with us. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts, or maybe tell us how your weekly challenge goes. We genuinely love hearing from you. And finally, if you know someone else who might benefit from this, someone who needs to maybe reprogram their inner world, please share this deep dive with them.
Yeah, spread the knowledge. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you on the next Depth Dive.